Hey y'all, it's me, Mama King. I am the Divine Oracle. What's going on, you beautiful people, you? I'm so glad and happy and grateful that I'm able to get up every day and do this, turn on this mic and really tap into the energy of the collective, see what's going on, see what I can help out with, see what I can help myself with. Shoot, I get my lessons too, y'all. So I do appreciate the support, the positivity. All right. I appreciate the kind comments. It's very, very, very much appreciated. You just don't know. You just don't know. Or maybe you do. Okay. So this is a general collective reading. Please take what resonates with you and just leave the rest behind. Okay. We're going to try to get some good positivity out of any situation. It looks like we're dealing with someone's beliefs, or someone could be grappling with their own beliefs. They could help or they could keep us trapped. Specifically, I'm getting like an overall world energy here, a collective energy. Okay. Some of us are participating in this like four swords, being very logical, being well spoken or being well spoken of. And some of us are in, it looks like a karmic situation or trying to stir up some trouble. Okay. It could be something someone's used to doing. Coming out of this world of deception, we tend to have been and resigned ourselves to being used to chaos and being restless and just thinking in one particular way or being very closed-minded. Okay, that can describe a lot of people in America and around the world, but I do specifically mean America. Okay, I feel like other countries are more liberal thinking, more common sense thinking. I have lived in Germany, so I have been outside of the country before, and I do know what that feels like. And I've also connected with people from different parts of the world, driving an Uber and Lyft, just having general conversations with people. People are pretty much the same, okay? No matter how you slice it and dice it, everybody, at least the people that I spoke to wanted peace, or they seem to come off that way. This could be this energy too. Also, someone may need to learn how to interpret their dreams, or maybe you want to learn how to interpret their dreams. You could be someone who interprets dreams or has some sort of intuitive connection. I'm getting Gemini, Scorpio, and Libra in this energy. Any placements, however it works out. Okay. It is a multitude of people, though, involved in collaboration. Maybe there's a group gathering together to try to get into some sort of dream state for themselves. I don't know, or to attack someone. It could be it's all karmic. I don't know if they're literally attacking someone. We're going to find out. So, with the Gemini energy, Geminis can be very entertaining, very agile, able to move around, probably conversations and things like that, and very stimulating. They can also be very deceitful, shallow, and not well informed. Okay. Either they play dumb or they actually are not gathering information and retaining it. Scorpionic energy, the Scorpio here, very resilient, penetrating, very intuitive. Okay. They can also be very vindictive, controlling, and jealous. Okay. We also have Libra energy, being fair, peace loving, and elegant. Also, Libra on the dark side could be very indecisive, needy, and lazy. Take it how it resonates. All right, we have this Ace of Wand coming out first. We want to know who this is. Someone who has a lot of bravado, very seductive, or trying to seduce or entice a fight among a group of people. It could be a magician, someone very attractive. Let's see. Who's the Ace of Wands? Using the powers. Could be big dick energy, big P energy. Okay. A lot of bravado coming out at the top of the reading. Ace of Wands. June is significant, so that's Gemini and Cancer. That's significant. Um, and what about the Ace of Wands? Let me see if I can get one more. Yeah, this is a religious leader. Okay, someone who who believes very strongly in their religious beliefs, whatever they may be. Okay. Unless I call out a specific religion, I only say that if the cards say it. Because to me, it's all the same. It's just a standard belief here, like I said in the beginning, about either helping you, and there are parts of religions and beliefs that do help us overcome or help us learn, help us grow, or there are also parts of the religions and the beliefs that keep us trapped. Okay, even creatively. So someone's looking for a creative solution, or they're being inspired, or they're trying to inspire some sort of idealism. That would be like a Knight of Swords energy, I guess. Okay. This could be someone's very logical and well spoken. I didn't get a lot of water, did get a lot of karmic inspiration, a lot of mental sacrifice. One wants to give over their inspiration, your inspiration or imagination. That's also some sort of Bible verse too about um let me see if I can find it. Hold on. Okay, so let me just read here what I pulled up online. What does the Bible say about imagination? So the AI overview, is imagination a gift from God? Yes, many people in religious texts consider imagination to be a gift from God. This view stems from the idea that humans are made in God's image, and the ability to imagine and create reflects God's own creative nature. The capacity to envision possibilities beyond the present, to dream and to create is seen as a divine attribute shared with humanity. That's a perfect explanation. That's what I would say. Yeah, if I sat here and thought about it, that's what I would say. Here's why imagination is often viewed as a gift from God. Now, you can have your own personal beliefs about it, but me being someone who was raised in a Christian church, I know all about Christianity. I've studied the history of Christianity, the origins. I've studied also tapped into the energies of different religions around the world and different cultures. And so I've come to the conclusion that imagination is real and it's nothing to be demonized. You can use it for good, you can use it for evil. We have a choice, we have a free will. That the scriptures also teach that. That would also be Gemini energy to me. So, like the reflection of God's nature, and this is what so-called Christians continue to preach or they teach in the church. I was there, I saw it, I see it over and over again, okay? And we were taught to cast down all imaginations without even going further into depth. Like they lead with the Page of Swords energy, like it's some sort of logic or intellect, but then nothing's carried out in the imagination, or you don't understand. They teach you about staying away from the devil. But who is the devil? What's the devil? It's your imagination, is what they're telling you, which is really true. But it's not an outside force that's really attacking you. It's always from coming from within, coming from within, coming from within. The call is coming from in the house. Well, let me go ahead before I get all dragged off into something, get you all more confused. But I'm not trying to do that. All right. But do you see what I'm saying about what we've been taught with these hardcore religious freak energies about what to stay away from? And this put a delay on even my awakening. But that's the purpose of it all. I hope I'm talking to someone right now. So God is seen as the ultimate creator, reflection of God's nature, whatever you call that higher being. God is seen as the ultimate creator. The human ability to imagine and to create is seen as a reflection of the divine creative power. Um, Vision and potential. Imagination allows us to envision what could be. It allows us to set goals and to work towards them, which is what we should be doing with this Four of Swords energy, which can be seen as participating in God's ongoing work of creation while we are here. This is our purpose. You can get down in individualistic details about where your spot is and what you're going to do, which is good. You need to figure it out and do the work. Nobody has to tell you anything. There could be someone in this energy who's trying to lead you astray, but it can also be a test from the divine. If you know, you know. So, overcoming limitations. By imagining impossibilities, we can overcome perceived limitations and work towards positive change. That's why it's so important that these messages get out. Thank you so much for sharing. those of you who are doing so. I appreciate it. Spiritual growth. Imagination is also seen as a tool for spiritual growth, allowing us to connect with God and to understand. This says his will, but it's whoever. His, her, him, it, whatever. Some masculine energy, feminine energy, both. However, whatever makes you more comfortable. You're not wrong. Okay. Wow. Thank you so much. So, starting point for creativity, every great idea, invention, or work of art begins with someone imagining it. It's what I do all day. I sit and play in my mind about what I want to see, what now I have the tools to know how to manifest it. Whew. And this helped me so much. So misunderstood as a creative, as a child, as a creative. Man, this could go really deep. So let me just go stick to the point. This is y'all's reading. We'll talk about it later if you want. Okay, let me know. Every great idea, invention, or work of art begins with someone imagining it, which highlights the fundamental role of imagination in bringing things into reality. We all have imagination. We all have a choice to use it however we please. And we also have the right to receive consequences, cause and effect, rewards, opportunities, whatever it is we're spreading, we're going to be responsible for that in your self judgment. Okay. So let me see something. Yes, God does speak through imagination. Someone asked that. God speaks to us not only through what we see in our imaginative prayer, but also through what we hear and feel. I did talk about prayer. I am going to talk about prayer in this reading. I haven't even pulled any cards yet. Um, In the spiritual meaning of imagination, we use our imaginations to create an image of the future. And out of those images, we hope. Okay. That's a star energy. We hope. This spiritual imagination relies on truth given to us by the Spirit of God. And it carries us from an uncertain and frightening present to a future filled with possibility. It helps us gather strength and courage. Okay. To be encouraged. So that's usually what's supposed to take place is in churches, and there are those who are looking for that inspiration, and we get inspiration that we do need, and we go with it and use it for positivity in our own way. And you have every right to do that. Okay, so whatever this inspiration, idealism is, whether to help or trap, you need to evaluate for yourself. I say we all have different beliefs, and we all do come from different backgrounds and different family traditions and things like that. And these are the things that we must overcome to reach our own understanding and our own beliefs. So someone could be enticing someone else to fight or a group of people to fight. We do have tower energy dealing with a specific lie or those lies coming down. It could be all about this imagination. I'm going to stick with that, okay, to keep it short here. But dealing with imaginations and what is taught in the so-called Christian churches, that's all I know about. That's all I was formerly taught about. Everything else I just was studied on my own. Okay. So there was no indoctrinations or anything. I just kind of put the pieces together and saw what the differences were and why there was even separations. Okay. And it's okay to separate. You don't have to be around folks or, you know, make some sort of spiritual relationship with those that you do not resonate with. That's why you need to know who you are first. Um, so this Four of Swords, this could be your energy collective, someone who's very logical and well spoken. This also could be the spiritual guide, okay? Because they're leading someone or trying to get in some sort of physical control to take over someone's imagination, okay? It could be the church as a whole. So I don't expect this video to go very far, to tell you the truth. Okay, a lot of mind beauty taking over the mind, partners coming into quick partnership, having some sort of quick partnership energy, or bringing people together in some sort of quick partnership. And this could be someone like a marriage counselor, a Christian marriage counselor. We got Taurus energy, and let's see, that could also it could be a Taurus or it could be represent the Hierophant and Aquarius, okay? Both faith-based energies, okay? Leadership, masculine and feminine. So it could be like a couple, marriage counseling couple. It could be, this could be that kind of relationship specifically. This is who you're talking to. This is the people who are trying to get people involved in like quick partnerships. Um, the energy is all karmic. I couldn't pull anything but karmic, y'all. So you got to be aware, or it's going to be a lesson learned here. Okay. Inspiration with others, inspiring those to sacrifice their mind, their imagination, give over their imagination so they can implant some sort of belief or idea. Okay. Of physically giving away you're yielding your power over, your mental powers over. And like I said, Gemini, Libra, and Scorpio are very significant. We also pull Taurus and Aquarius. So there's a resurrection or some sort of project or person from the past that's coming in to resurrect an idea, or they're doing this right now. They're gathering some sort of energy here. Let me pull these. Let me see. Who is this? Who is this doing this? How are they gathering the energy? Let's see. Who is this doing the bringing the resurrection? It could be God. It could be the God force that's bringing that in. It could be the master creator bringing that in for a test. Okay, so check it out. Resonates Aquarius and the Taurus energy, Hierophant, and the star energy would represent some sort of angelic wisdom or higher wisdom, especially with the tower coming in. That's usually divine intervention. Okay, so this resurrection is someone who passed away of gunshot wounds. Okay, their energy is returning or is being brought up, or someone could be using that energy to bring up old memories. So it may not be a positive thing. Okay. Someone's trying to bring up someone who died of gunshot wounds or energy or some sort of idea they may have had who was doing this, and how are they gathering the energy they may have had. I don't know where my voice went, y'all. All right, y'all. Once again, we get this card of trafficking underage people. Mm. So this creative, inspiring, stimulating, instigating creative ideas from others, this collaboration. What's this going on here? A civil court case is going on. Okay, so this could be some sort of jury meeting, deliberation. I loved being on a jury. I was on a I was on a jury for a petty theft case and I was elated. Everybody thought I was crazy. It didn't matter what the case was, but that's all it was. It was just a one day little petty theft case, and they just chose me as the foreman. Excitement much? I mean, oh, I was so happy. I felt like I belonged in a courtroom and not, on the witness stand. Well, I could be on the witness stand, I guess. I just tell the truth, right? So there's some civil case happening. Maybe it's something theft or some sort of missing money or misappropriation, or someone thought somebody took something. That could be going on, the collaboration, the deliberation, or somebody's talking about it. There's a start here from where you are, examine the situation. So there's a chance to change some things or to see what's up, or someone took a chance here. Someone also could be using subliminals or some sort of misrepresentation. This Neptune karmic scorpionic energy. Okay. So somebody's up to no good. Someone refuses to heal. Okay. We got May and June, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer. Who else is in June? Is that right? Okay. As above, so below. So the collective social, cultural ideas here are being guided by unseen forces. Like I said, it could be God, the creator, the master creator, of course, always orchestrating things here. So that's why there's no need to be afraid. That's why you should tap into your imagination here. I'm going to have some tips on doing that. Let me read this question right here. This says, can Christians have imaginations? So imagination is how we make sense of the world. Everyone has an imagination, particularly children. They're really tapped into their imagination, right? So without it, we can't make sense of scripture. Ponder an infallible, fallible God or infallible God, or carry hopes for our future of our children's future. Imagination is essential to what it means to be human. Hmm. What are 3 types of imagination? Oh, descriptive, creative, and challenging. First, an elaboration of the construct of strategic imagination is offered, describing three distinct but interrelated forms of imagination: descriptive, creative, and challenging. So, the power of your imagination can protect you, or it can also deceive you, depending on how grounded you are. Okay. Taurus and Aquarius are both fixed signs, so that would that would hopefully be grounding energy that you're picking up on or learning from or gaining some sort of wisdom. Okay, Neptune rules Pisces, a mystical inspiration. So we got dream work going on here, imaging or imagine or a Neptune symbol. Okay, this will help you tap into your dream world or to help you dream and remember those dreams to be intuitive or to even cultivate your intuitive gifts. Keep a notebook and a pen by your bed and pray for illuminating dreams. Ask, however you communicate with your higher self, the divine. Just tell yourself that you will dream and that you will wake up and will remember or recall your dreams. And then as soon as you wake up, just write down everything that you remember. And don't make sense of it. Just write down everything that you remember. I did this, I was guided by spirit myself. I did this on my own some years ago and it worked. I got some very not deceptive. They all were clear. Okay. I didn't quite understand what was going on. I got to speaking about it and people looked at me like I was crazy, but they knew I was tapping into the energy. So, the resistance came harder and you got to fight through that. So, someone is bringing up this energy. They're using someone who passed away from gunshot wounds, someone who could have been trafficking underage people, and also using like hardcore religious beliefs or using the Bible and the negative energy to try to lay something to rest, to lay your imagination to rest. Someone could be trying to mess with your memory, as above, so below. This is why the beliefs here could help or they could trap. Someone could have a very strong imagination and know how to use it in wicked ways. Ask their friend. They know something. Hmm. It's got friends hanging around trying to, their friends could be trying to do this. Okay, so pray for your children, your grown children, your adult children. Not much we can do about. We just have to have trust and belief that what we taught them stuck, okay? Or to come back to their memory. Thank God. Even with my wicked mother, she said some smart, intelligent things to me. She also is a Gemini. So Geminis can be very intelligent, very entertaining, very stimulating. They know how to get around the mind, okay, and then they can do those in deceitful ways, but she also was that very shallow. And I don't know how she was poorly informed. Maybe she didn't understand the way dreams and imaginations work. A lot of times in that air energy, you're very logical. You don't make a lot of room for the scorpionic energy, that Piscean energy, where the imagination is flowing free and you have some purpose, with Scorpio being a fixed sign, also having some purpose of your dreams and using your imagination. I can control when I dream. Sometimes I just let it go. Sometimes I decide not to. I just want to rest. I don't know. My mind can be very, very active, but you also have to learn how to be peaceful and not worry too much. Okay. And be careful about who you're sharing your dreams with. So I don't know what I was going to ask, but let me go ahead and tap into this energy of maybe, asking the friends, who is this person? Who are we speaking to or about? Someone's showing a lot of strength and a lot of life right now. Also, someone could be in the Five of Wands energy. Like this, what we're getting, some sort of confrontation, a test of the divine, a Knight of Cups energy, showing a lot of strength. A lot of empathy. Okay. Um, yeah. Someone who could be in their what, 20s to 40s, I would say. Okay, let me get a little bit of tarot. as above, so below. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, y'all. All right. I can see the numbers getting all weird again. It's like a pattern or something. So, whatever the reason, I'm shadow banned. I know it is. That's what it is. That's the only thing that makes sense. People get triggered by the truth. I'm not changing the truth. I'm just being me. I didn't even start this channel with tarot and stuff like that. I started as a Christian, talking about these dreams I was having that I didn't quite understand, right? And now I see them, I understand them now. I learned over time here to interpret my own dreams and to tap into my own intuition, to listen to those who also have done the work. And you can tell if you just pay attention. Okay. And then we're all here to help each other grow and to raise the vibration. One person can't do it all. It's impossible. That's why people are gathering other partners, collaborating and bringing in old energies, or trying to stay stuck on a grudge, something that happened to someone. Someone could have been caught up in this trafficking. They could have been trafficked themselves, okay? And they got some sort of vendetta against you, the collective, just the religious, maybe they got something against the church, the religious organizations, okay? All of that is true in this situation. Take it how it resonates because everybody's playing a part. So if someone's dealing with a court case right now, or they will, May and June is significant. Someone's very stuck in their heart and their religious beliefs. They could also be doing some sort of court spells to get out of something here. Talk to me through this tarot, spirit, love. Two of Cups in reverse. Okay, so you could recognize this energy and you can be moving away from it. Someone's connection with their spouse or their partner could also be blocked because of some sort of mind control. Or someone's just they're only using their logic. They're not open up to feeling. Yeah, someone could be stuck in their imagination. It's emotional instability. Someone's afraid to tap into their emotions. They feel like it might hurt. Yeah, they're turning away from the divine, or they want to, they did in the past. Someone could have turned you down. This could be a situation you were in with an emperor here who wanted to use some sort of mind control or try to control your imagination. And someone could like been planting. Well, this Knight of Cups energy. This could also be like gaslighting energy. Yeah, the Prince and Princess of action and control. So you both could have air signs, highly Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, highly aspected, or it's about that air energy of knowledge. It's an in-between energy, like something's really not real. Someone would rather stay in their imagination in the dream world instead of tapping into reality, or nothing makes sense to them from the spiritual side. Okay. Even if you try, you can explain it to you keep banging your head against the wall. Don't do that. Someone's using old energy. I got Two of Cups again. Okay. An old soulmate. Someone passed away. Someone could be thinking about what this soulmate would have said to them, or they're holding on to whatever situation. Like there could have been some emotional abuse or emotional neglect in the relationship that someone's really focused on. It may not be a lover, it could be a relative, a mother, a father. We do have Emperor in reverse, as above, so below. Just repeating cycles, people not ready to let go of the emotional hurt that we've all endured. Okay. All of us, everybody, nobody's exempt. Benjamin, a name, as above, so below. And yeah, a passed on loved one is in your energy. So this is definitely a medium reading of some sort. I'm not seeing a whole lot of grounding energy, so very much being investigated. Somebody's being investigated. Someone's child is unresponsive. Someone could have been found unresponsive, will be found unresponsive. Something about someone, some fireworks. Someone, it could be the 4th of July. It could have been the 4th of July. Someone shot off the fireworks. We're still in the month of July, y'all. We haven't even gotten to August yet. All things are good. This message I just got. All things are good. So someone could have something with the child being unresponsive. Someone may have messed up. Either they were off somewhere in the days and wasn't paying attention. Something may have happened. This is investigation that's going on to this child. Someone could be warning you of someone not being completely grounded, like they're dealing with emotional instabilities or some sort of emotional hold. Somebody's got an emotional hold on someone's heart, on their emotions, like they're really stuck on this situation. This could have already happened about a child passing away. Something about the 4th of July or shot off fireworks. So maybe somebody was busy doing other things instead of taking care of their child. Benjamin, Benjamin. It's not an R. They blame you for it. Okay. So someone's holding on to some blame. Maybe you are guilty or maybe someone is guilty, but I don't know. Some way you're being blamed for it or you're blaming someone for something. There are no excuses. This is what the passed on loved one is saying. Maybe you think that you're imagining or having some sort of hearing some sort of voice or something, but it's actually your passed on loved one who's trying to tell you something or is coming to you in your dreams. The name Ava being investigated, please. An angel in your life. Wow. Child. Oh, this child definitely an angel in your life. Okay. It could be this passed on loved one. One more, please. Twitter fingers. Somebody's talking on Twitter or going off. Okay, child is unresponsive, being investigated. Someone may have said something. There's open enemies with this child being unresponsive. Someone could have spiritually attacked your child. I don't know what happened here. Projection with the fireworks. That could have been some sort of action, projection. Someone was projecting their emotional instability upon this child. What is child unresponsive in the open enemies? Chose to go against you and your child. Something about that. Shut off the fireworks. James. This come out recently too. Ava, James, Benjamin. One more, please. I don't know if I called any more names. Dark magic. Child, did the child pass away from dark magic? Or somebody throwing dark magic? Two of Cups in reverse, Ace of Cups in reverse. An angel in your life. They blame you for it. Someone could be mad because you have an angel in your life. You are an angel. Y'all make sure y'all tap into your own spiritual guidance so you have a baseline. So when you do hear things or you do, if something's off in the energy that you may not be able to detect right away, your spirit will know. Okay. Even though something may not have manifested yet, someone's trying to get something past you. I don't know about this child, how old this child is. It could be an adult child that has chose to go against you here. Okay, you got open enemies, people who clearly do not like you. They blame you for some sort of situation, or they could blame you for them being investigated. An angel could have told you something about someone saying something or being on social media or trying to cover up or make some sort of excuses. Why somebody was using dark magic. This could be hidden energy. If someone's in regret, it backfired. It could have hit their child. Ask the friends, they know something. Someone refuses to heal, even during a civil court case, or this is why they're being sued. And of course, hardcore religious beliefs could be involved heavily in someone's decision making choices. Making the image, you are the image maker, 34 and 32. So, like I said before, when you make peace your priority, negativity can't exist. It backfires. So, and when you're in complete peace with yourself, and no matter what has happened in your life, and you're reflecting on these things, and you're coming into some sort of forgiveness for yourself or whoever may be involved, even for your children. That negativity is going to bounce back. You're going to be protected. All right. Keep people out of your imagination. Sometimes you just got to keep to yourself, between you and your God. You are the image maker. What you focus on does manifest. Okay, somebody's trying to hide their manifestation. They regret their manifestation. They regret the time that they spent in their imagination and pulling up negativity and trying to resurrect some sort of grudge. You're trying to find the energy to throw back at you. And it's just all lies. And it's caused a tower so devastating that they're not going to be able to handle it. They're not able to handle it. They're dealing with a lot of repercussions here. Could be being sued. They could be controlled by someone else's mind, someone else's desires. And this is their lot. This is their karma. This is their payout for whatever it is they put in against you. Okay, you're the one that controlling things here. Maybe someone's realized that now that you're focusing on, of course, some sort of manifestation, some sort of empathetic energy, compassionate energy here. It seems to be taking you higher and higher. Hierophant and star energy here. Being very grounded, traditional, but yet very transparent. So take a mental inventory of your current situation. Once again, something could be causing you some sort of frustration. If this isn't you, don't worry about it. It's somebody else. So now assess your thoughts about the situation. Chances are that your thoughts have been focusing on it too, subconsciously. So we always get what we focus on. That's the law. You may say that you want more money, but you focus on how you don't have enough, or you want to find true love, but you secretly feel unworthy of love. Or maybe you want to get healthy and lose weight, but you say unkind things to yourself in the mirror. So you may have every intention in the world to move forward, but if your thoughts aren't aligned with your actions, your efforts will be muted. And even those who are still throwing the negativity, the same thing holds true. But you're not in alignment with those things. You're not in alignment with the negativity. So it has to come back to them. That's what they're in alignment with. You will always get what you focus on. All of us. Your thoughts overtake action every time. So use this time to realign your thoughts with your true intentions. That Ace of Cups, Two of Cups energy. So when you focus on the things that you want, in the upright, someone's focusing on it in the reverse. So when you focus on the things that you want with ease, the Two of Cups, somebody's being very hard-headed mentally, emotionally. When you focus on the things that you want with ease, no mental barriers will hold up the manifestation process. Nothing can stop it. Just believe and trust that what you want is on its way to you, and focus your attention on the outcome that you desire the most. I love y'all. Stay blessed and grounded. See you later.